Hello, good evening, and welcome to another Flights with Joel. This is Joel. I am back flying the H135 for another flight. I'm also at one of my favorite airports in this sim. There are many different names for it. St. Bartholomew Airport, René de Hennin Airport, sometimes St. Jean Airport. It is near a village of St. Jean on the Caribbean island of St. Bartholomew. Due to its very short runway, very close proximity to automotive traffic on a nearby road, and the necessity of a license to land at the airport, the History Channel documentary Most Extreme Airports ranked it the third most dangerous airport in the world. And it's an absolute gem in the flight sim. So I am back in this H135, and they are making changes still on a daily basis. This is the latest release, 0.9 I believe it is. They've changed quite a bit. I just turned on the EPU. Everything's coming on, and door opens now with a click spot. And look, I can see the wire. See that it's plugged in. That's really cool. That's really awesome. All these textures are getting better and better, being updated constantly. I think I'm almost ready for a start. And what are all those red things? Let's see. Oh yes, I need to remember to work my throttle so that the collective is not up when I start the engine. Take the brake off. Rotor brake, turn on some lights, turn on the primer pumps, and then the fuel. Now I'll turn on some lights. Hit the starter for engine 1. Okay, that was a mistake. I clicked it too far. It went all the way to the full start, ready to fly mode. Let's see what happens. I've never done this. I've never made this mistake. I think, well, let's see. Still seems to be working. Engine 1 coming up. Rotor RPM went all the way up to 90 or 100. Engine 2 is coming up. Okay, click that back to idle. Engine 2 still coming up. This works. It still works. So engine 1's idle. Engine 2 spooling up. A very forgiving aircraft. Let's turn on some more lights. Because they changed the anti-collision light to an abbreviation, I somehow got confused, but it's simply abbreviated instead of spelled out. Now we will go to flight mode. Let's see, everything seems to be working. Hit flight. Still gonna work. It's gonna be fine. Turning off the primer pumps. Close the door, although it makes no difference in sound. Nope, still makes no difference. Looks like my passenger's ready to go. And I am using this recording tool. So this makes it so I can have instant replay. So a lot of this flight will be using Flight Recorder, free tool. I'll link it in the description. So much to check out these days. So a good portion of this is going to be the recording. This part's live. You can see the guys, the crew right down there. And now I've gone to the recording. So we are disconnected. Interesting to see what happens when I lift off. Oh, it just disappears. Poof. That works, as long as we're not flying with it. So this is the flight simulator, one of the developed ones that comes with the sim. I really love a lot of these airports. I really think they're awesome. Detailed rocks and trees and runway. Just going to do a little fly around here. Check out the town, the rest of the airport. Lots of ships in the harbor. I also have the ships add-on, so they may be adding even more to the harbor. This is just a beautiful little area if you haven't flown here. Another great landing challenge. Unless you're flying helicopters, not as big of a challenge. Checking out some scenery. I'm coming in a bit fast. I'm going to see if I can get right back on that pad. Checking, yep. Now we're going to be back live. And I'm going to program a route to another island nearby. So mainly I'm just programming in the GPS to see how it works, to see how good the navigation works and the autopilot and all those different things. Using the most basic method and just putting in one waypoint, which will be the airport, 16 miles away. And there we go. Did it work? Let me have a look. Yes, there's my route. As long as I don't open... I did this once and it crashed because I was trying to do it with the GNS 750. I'm going to try and do it with the built-in GPS this time. Crashed about halfway to the island. Alright, let's see how it goes this time. Go straight up this hill. It's kind of fun. Now on my way to this island, I'm going to be checking out some scenery. No, there's no scenery. I'm going to be looking at the ocean. So I'm going to be trying out the autopilot. And am I on track here? No, I'm way off track. Going the wrong way. Get myself pointed the right direction. Just making a little time adjustment because the sun, imaginary sun, was right in my real eyes. I can't really see anything. And the boat disappeared. I don't know why that happened. I like using the autopilot over on the tablet. It just seems so much easier. So I turned it on with Z, hit altitude, and that should set my current altitude. Then hit nav. And that should put me on course. Should. Unless there's something I'm misunderstanding, which is possible. So, nav didn't work. I'm now adjusting the heading bug so that I can use heading to turn nav off. The heading control works. So I guess the nav was not connected to my GPS route. And cut to the island, because that's a lot of ocean to fly over. So this is the little island that I'm flying towards. And it's actually not the one I was looking for. I'm going to go land over here anyway, just to check out a non-developed airport. This is just the airports that, one of the airports that come with the sim. GPS is working great. So here was the plan. I was gonna fly in here, get closer and turn the flight recorder on again so I could do some replay shots and get some dramatic angles as I come in to land. But I forgot to hit record on the replay so that I could do a replay. So free software is great if you remember to use it. I still think this airport is not too bad. Lots of people would be fine with it. I mean, it's still fun. Got a few planes sitting around. Generic buildings. Ease it onto the ground here. Bam, sticks. No sliding with this helicopter. Perhaps it'll come. We'll see. And now I'm at another one of the really interesting airports. There was a landing challenge here. This is Washoe E Yarshuian. I'm totally mispronouncing this. TNCS. And now, for a little musical interlude as we fly around and check out this scenery. It's just awesome looking, detailed island and airport. Airport in sight. Thanks for flying along. This has been another Flights with Joel. If you did the landing challenge here and didn't check out the airport, you should come back and have a look around. See you next time.